Hey everybody, welcome back to Desert Family Homestead. Keep you straight here. Just wanted to keep up with my word and do a video on dividing up asparagus. Been sitting here for a few minutes trying to get this first plant out before I show you anything. And it had some really deep, long roots. But taking this plant here, if I can get down in there. As you can see, I've been digging it out. Got dirt everywhere. One of the things that you want to do is you want to make sure that you get quite a bit of the roots when you do this. So you want to take your shovel a ways away from the plant when you start digging it, and go at an angle so you get under the roots, and you will hear popping and snapping, and that's okay because you got to snap and pop the roots. And then once you can get farther, and you just keep going around in a circle like that until you can get all the way to the center root, and then you will be able to pull or pop the plant out. And when you do, I'm gonna get it up here, this is what you're gonna have. Now, as you can see, it looks like there are multiple plants coming out of this, which in reality there are. So what you want to do is you'll just take your shovel and just go where you can see the actual, get my fingers over here on the camera, the actual division of these plants. And you will just take your your shovel, and you will just quickly and sharply cut through that and divide those. So this one plant root system will actually end up being 3 plants. And you want to try to keep as much of the roots for each plant as you possibly can. Let's see if I can do this one-handed to show you what I'm doing. Let's take these, snap these dead ones out of here and get rid of them over here. So that way we don't have those in the way. Okay, so I've got my shovel here, and you can do this with a hand one, or you can do it with a big shovel if you want to take that risk. But right here is where this plant seems to be divided. So I'm just going to, not as easy to do one-handed. There we go. Sometimes you got to go off to the side a little bit and start it. Oh, I should probably be using my big shovel for this, because this one is a tough one. Some will be tougher than others. That's just what you're going to find. There we go. So, you can see I got quite a bit of roots on it, which is what you want. It's got part of the crown here, right here, which is what you want also. And then this is its own asparagus plant now. And I will plant it over in its new area, and it will produce more asparagus. Now next year I will not harvest from this one. I will give it a year to rest and grow and recuperate, and then the year after is when I will start harvesting, because it will start putting off the good stalks again. So, and when I do is the original plant I will leave in that hole. I will just put it back in and fill in and everything so that it stays there. But the parts that I get off of it, I'm going to put over here. And see if you can see this or not. But I did move that bed over and attached it to my current asparagus bed. and everything. So now I have a bigger asparagus bed because we love asparagus. So that's one thing that I know that I can just keep growing. Had my son come help me with that. Now, just pulled the soil out, placing the roots down in the hole, and then just fill it in and cover it up. And that I can't do one-handed, so camera's gonna have to sit there like that. And there it is, transplanted in its new hole. So, and then I will take this plant and I will divide it into at least one more. Yeah, I'll divide it up one more time, and it will right here, and it will go, the second one will go over here in this bed, and then the original one will stay in this hole. And it'll just, and that's just how every few years you will find that your asparagus starts getting plant will start getting really big like that. And it looks like it's having more and more plants on it. And if you divide them, pull them up, divide them, and replant, your asparagus bed will just keep growing and get bigger and bigger and bigger for you. So that's why I wasn't as concerned about having the smaller. My boys want to make their presence known this morning. Having a smaller bed, because I knew that I could just keep growing it to make it bigger as time goes on. But that's all you do to divide asparagus and retransplant it. And and if you look right here, I don't know if you can see this or not. This little bitty stalk coming up. So with that little bitty stalk there, I will not be digging this plant up to divide it, because that's just really new, fresh growth. I don't want to disturb it and create any issues or problems, but that's a little baby asparagus. So, but I do have quite a few here that do need to be divided up, especially one right over there and over there. So I'll be getting those divided up and transplanted and start filling up my new bed. So hope that helps. Have a blessed day.